It was a blast furnace. I stepped out of that airplane and I thought I'd sweated off a lot during the SEER training where they put us in little bike boxes, which I used to a great extent later, psychological terms, because I started interrogating people. I think the whole thing was, it was noisy. Just a lot of high-pitched noises. Smells were, it went from pungent to clear. And it varied the gamut, the whole gamut, but it was fascinating. We actually lived in a house that was chartered by the American government, but of course when we got there were rats in the water cistern and we had no refrigerators or freezers. We ate off the economy. We didn't have a base. We'd go down and pull the squid off the hanging dry squid and have them cook it up, or we'd take our tile and heat up the oil and cook our water buffalo in the oil, and had wonderful seafood. Food was great. You just had to know what you could eat and you couldn't eat. And we had to put about 8 locks on the door and put screens over, grenade screens to protect our windows. I was flying the Bird Dog, and we had run out of rockets, and all of a sudden we were hearing the snap, snap of a Zippo lighter going by, and it sounded, when it got around close to the aircraft, it went snap, snap, just like the old Zippo did every time you close it. And looked down, there's a guy in a sampan shooting at us. I took the short M16 we had, and we always carried about 60 clips, and had a tracer every 4th round. And I stuck it out, and I got him, and I saw him fall out of the sampan, and blood, spread through the water. And it became very vivid because I had nightmares for about a month. I'd wake up with an exploding head and just see that water, with blood. You don't often see somebody you kill in war. It's a strange thing, and it affects you that way. When you have people killed alongside you and wounded alongside you, it really tears you apart. And that happened with the Vietnamese. To them, life is cheap over there, and the life goes on. I think the average American, we're not used to life being cheap. We prize life. I think I came to respect the Vietnamese people. I think they had a lot of challenges that we wouldn't have faced in this country. But I found the people very, when they got on your side, they really were on your side. And I found them brave. My counterpart was one of the bravest young men I've ever seen in my life. Out of one of the boats, I had my Jeep, and I took this young girl. She was about the age of my oldest daughter, and I held her in my arms. She was bandaged up like this. And we got over to the hospital, and she was scared to death. And I laid her down on that slab, and she smiled at me, and just gave me the prettiest smile you've ever seen. Not a whimper out of her. They cut the bandage a huff. Her right arm was held on by that much flesh. They cut it with a pair of scissors and threw it in the trash can. But I saw her 2 weeks later, and we gave her a doll, and she was moving the right arm, and we didn't think about taking the arm off the doll, and that hurt again. But so anyway, she was all chipper and ready to go. I think we felt we fought for our country. We gave everything we could. And we certainly left 50,000 plus people over there. And the wall is a very moving experience. And I've been up there 2 or 3 times to see my buddies.
We honor each of those names etched in stone. 58,282 American patriots. We salute all who served with them. And we stand with the families who love them still.
I didn't have any great desire to go back at all. The people would ask you about it, but it really bothered me, and we were never welcome home. There's no question, we were never welcome home. I think I've always been a fairly compassionate individual, but I think I tend to give more of myself after Vietnam. Well, personally, when I left Vietnam, and I'm very serious about this, when we pulled out, we were winning that war. The American public doesn't understand it. I really don't think they understand it. That when the American government pulled the money back, if you don't have the money to fuel your airplanes, you don't have the ammunition there, they had the will to fight. And I was alongside those people, and I fought with those people. I know they had the will to fight. They did not run. They didn't turn their back, and like a lot of people say in stories. They fought, and they fought hard. So when they cut the funding off, we felt we won the war. The government lost the war. You hear it over and over again, the greatest generation. Well, you know, those of us who fought, we all fought for this country. And we've been spit on, and we've been trashed. And you wonder, well, when the hell are they going to finally do something? And it looks like they're doing that. And so I think that's, I'm very pleased to be able to be part of that, because I think everybody who comes back deserves to get the thanks to this country because they've given a part of their life. And I don't care if it's for 15 minutes, they've given a part of their life.
Finally, we might begin to see the true legacy of Vietnam. Because of Vietnam and our veterans, we now use American power smarter, we honor our military more, we take care of our veterans better. Because of the hard lessons of Vietnam, because of you, America is stronger than before.